now for the testing. Oh gosh. It is very stuttery.
Okay, I put out a community post so that one person doesn't feel like, wow. So,
What's going on? Why is it stuttering so much?
I don't know. What's the, did you
What?
Did you change the,
Yeah, the bit rate. I changed the bit rate. Bit rate, wait, audio bit rate. Hold on. 160. Okay. It's audio bit rate, so that's not gonna matter. Video. Right now I'm doing private.
why not?
Okay. Okay. That was why.
Why, what?
I think YouTube can only handle a certain screen size. I think I sent it to public now. We're good. We're live. Too late.
Yeah, you said it's
Yeah, I think I said it to live. Yeah, public. Yep, that fixed it. Oh, hello.
Alright.
Warning, please check your resolution. It's doing it again.
It's because you keep streaming your whole Mac.
No, it's better. No, it's kind of doing it. Yeah, it's better. But
Well, it says this one is your tester one because it's been.
that'll work. We'll get the resolution better next time. But for now, this will be good. Okay.
Did you set it live?
It's live. We're going now. But yeah, the stutteriness is just the size of my screen.
Alright, well.
Oh well. That'll be fine right now. Where's oh boy, did I get rid of my music? I'm resetting my music. There you go. Okay. We'll be up and running very soon. Officially, anyway. You know what? I'm the only one watching, so we could probably do one more fix and just delete this. All right. Looks like okay. That looks like that's fine now. Excellent connection. I'm not getting any issues. It's not complaining to me. Okay, we're good now. Okay. Finally live. Okay, I think that's everything's fixed. So, hooray. Cool. How's everything sound over there? Hello. Indeed. Okay. Well, welcome. Well, welcome to another stream. Okay, we finally got this up. Got some time, and today, let me switch over the screens real fast. Today we'll be making this house thingy. Well, actually, no, we're not making this house thingy. We're gonna be making the interior of this house thingy, which I need the exterior first to get half that right. Okay, whew. Let us go now. So the main room that I want to get done today actually is just going to be this one right here. The rest, that will probably be done. I doubt we're going to get that done today. Hey, are there two mics? Hold on, come here. Got two mics. Oh, sweet. I know I had two mic inputs. That's weird.
Oh, what? I haven't said anything yet, so.
Well, no, I mean actual inputs, because at the moment it's just set to right and left. I think they're both channel 1 and 2 are going in. In fact, let me double check see if I can hear you. Can you hear yourself? Hello, speak to me, Danny. I hear you.
Mine is just fainter.
How much fainter? Let's bring that music up.
Because it's a 10-second delay. I'm trying to listen to it.
For my ears, but then again, I'm listening through my system, and you seem pretty hot. So
I just don't think I talk as loud as you.
Maybe. I mean, also my gain is up higher. So
We can always see what somebody has to say.
yeah, whenever they're here, or in the future, they'll tell us. All right. Well, in the meantime, let me get this done. Okay. And I actually have no drawings of the inside, so it's pretty much I'm just building the layout. So I want some review over to the side actually, and I should probably turn on my nifty little widget over here. There it goes. Okay. All right, and I am going to just grab all of this. Should be fine. I don't really need all that. I just need some of this. Duplicate. Boom. Yep, there you go. And then we'll just move it over here in the center. Oh, okay.
Oh my goodness.
Now what's that?
My phone. Ding ding.
Inside. Pardon. I should kind of keep these.
You know.
Yeah, what's up?
Well, it's personal stuff, but it was, you know, what got texted to me. I'll have to.
Oh yeah, we'll talk about it later.
Oh yeah. Might have to turn this up in my headphones.
Oh yeah. These over a bit. There we are. Oh, hey.
Okay.
There we go. And let me make a whole new collection.
I can see them. Plus, I'll turn the ringer off.
Yeah, for now that'd probably be a good idea. Wait, why would I do that? Hold on, let me undo that. I need to just make these their own options because I don't want them. There you go. And Windows. It's probably misspelled. That's fine. All right. So yeah, basically what I want to do today is just get the interior of the house done. Well, as much as we're going to get today. Because, I mean, we're not going to be here all day. Got some things to do as of normal. Not even sure we'll be able to stay here for a while, really. There we are. Rid of these. Nope, just these. Ah. Luckily, some of the geometry that I'll be using, but most of it, I'm just gonna build most of it. Nor am I really worried about it being all the same size. Like, realistically, Danny, I'm thinking that even if it doesn't technically fit inside the actual building, it doesn't matter. Because I'm gonna be treating.
Hey, Mike, turn down the music a little. They said the mic, the music down bit.
Oh, okay.
You're low. I'm low. I don't know it.
Let me go extreme. All right. So how's that? I'm through my system. It sounds fine, but then again, I'm listening directly through my little box here, so I don't think I'm actually getting the right ratio. Hello. Check 1 2.
Let me go live. I was.
Touch that. Nope, no, there. Okay, it's there. Push comes to shove, I can turn it off. See, I don't think I'm actually monitoring the actual computer. What?
Mike might need to be raised by 4 to 5 decibel. Oh, somebody gonna call you on your audio.
Let me add a maybe a limiter. Let me see what I got. Filters. I'll bring it in. There we go. Boom. What we got here? We got a compressor. Just straight up gain. A limiter. Ooh, let's try a limiter. Yes, it's literally a limiter. No, I don't. No, actually, if I remember, no, we'll just use a compressor actually to just boost the gain. None of that. Doesn't matter. Nope. And let's go ahead with 5 extra decibels.
I think to me the balance seems fine, but I'm listening to it in headphones.
Oh. Right. Thanks, Riley. Let's see. Looks real cool. And spooky. Yes, lots of terrible things will be happening. Good things, but some terrible things will be happening in this house. Let's see. You know what? Shoot. Actually, if I get real close to the mic, I'm kidding. Oh, actually, you know what? I actually do have some room to push it up. So there you go. Yeah, as it stands, Danny's the one that can actually like she can actually hear what's going on.
The ladies.
I cannot.
Oh.
What? It's true. I cannot.
Oh, I was since I'm listening to you on both a delay.
Yeah. It works. Let me see. Where's this other there? Oh yeah. So as a quick, up to speed. what this is for the new episode, obviously. And right now I'm just working on the interior. I have all the exterior stuff, including the actual level area that this will be put in, all complete. So now I'm just making some of the interior areas, and just this one for right now. If we can get to the rest, cool. If not, well, at least we'll get this started. And darn it, I have to hold on. There it is. There we go. Ah, sweet. So how you doing, man? How's life treating you?
Oh yeah, you want to know one thing I noticed about your house is that,
Yeah.
when we talk about what I would consider my ideal sort of, well, this would be more farmhouse than Victorian,
It
but I
is,
was like, the
definitely.
Victorian style house I would want like a little tower thing.
I thought about putting a tower, but no. I decided not. Let me see. Clear sharp. We don't need any sharps. All right. Would you mind reading me the comment, sweetie?
Well, Riley, last thing. Very excited for the new episode. Love how you blend tutorial and a fictional story. It's a very fun idea that is uniquely creative. I think he's planning on making just an episode that would be just story.
This time, yes. It's something that I've been wanting to do for a while. And I figured now would be a really good time. That way, at the very least, some, it'd be a nice change.
I mean,
But yeah,
what about
what up?
the other detail for something that I know I keep turning towards you, so I'm not facing the mic.
It's fine.
The thing that I'm supposed to help you with in the future.
Oh yeah, that. What about that?
Oh, all right.
That's not to be told about just yet.
Huh?
That's not to be told about just yet.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to make sure that actually, the actual progress before promising anything like that. Very cool. It shall be. Well, I hope it will be. Although, depending on how long this actually takes to, build everything, animate everything, and get everything situated, I might go ahead and make a quick, very, very quick Arbithis episode. Which, by the by, I don't know if you know this. You might. I didn't. I'll just spoil the beans right here. So, I recently, sometimes when working on this stuff, you'll export this and you put it into something like Unity or some engine, and then all the faces are flipped, and then especially if you have a lot of faces, like okay, where are these bloody faces facing? The quick way was this one. This is what I've been using. So you literally see the direction, but if you have if you have a mesh that has a bunch of geometries just kind of packed together, that has still been a pain. Apparently, there's a button here. Oh, look, there's a few that literally shows you, hey, what direction it's facing. So right now, the red is saying, okay, that's facing wrong. So, yeah, the episode that I wanted to do on that, a very quick Arbithis episode, I was kind of thinking that I could do something where, what's his name? Oh my goodness. I'm losing my mind already. Character guy. I know his name. What is his name? How can I forget? I made his name.
You're talking about your main character?
Yes, I forgot his name for some reason, which is stupid.
Alderoth?
Thank you. Alderoth makes something, and then he summons something into existence, right? And then all of a sudden, parts of it are inside out, and it's quite frankly probably a bit gorier than what most people would expect out of the channel. And of course the question is, okay, why? How did this happen? And then we go into the actual tutorial about these faces facing right. I thought that would be funny. But at least there's a button. Yeah. I don't know if this is a new button or not. I'm just going to assume that it is. I've never seen it before at all. Then again, I've never needed to. But yeah, it's so easy now. Yeah, that's pretty much it on that front. All right, now we have the insides. Oh, you know what? We're going to need a hallway. So I think, yeah, he likes it. all horror, body horror. Oh yeah. And I don't know, just to be extra funny or something. Who knows? Maybe like tendrils coming out of it or something silly. It's a summon, so I mean, why not? But yeah, that would be an amazing episode, I think. All right, you know where? Let me move this into position because now I need to figure out where this hallway is going to be. Cool. Okay. So realistically, there'd be a wall right here-ish. So, what is this? Let's go straight to, and you know, I probably need a character in here actually. So let me just, you know, I think I have one exported somewhere. Hold on.
I hope your
So
house.
I need a size reference.
I hope your house is built to like somebody could live in its size. You just built it and.
Yeah, people. The idea is that it's. Well, I mean, it's literally a video game house, so you know some
Give and take.
give and take. But yeah, where did I put it? Oh boy. You know, it would probably be under here. Yeah, and right now I'm just trying to find basically my character. Let's see, he'd be under. No, he'd be under characters. 'Cause I think I actually exported him out. My avatar, Cult Master. There you are. Yeah, just get in here. Come on. Don't crash. Don't crash. Don't crash. Please don't crash. Okay. Well, I may have to restart. It's bigger on the inside. Yes, absolutely. More than likely. What are you working on at this point? You mentioned that you're working on something. Working on game. I mean, what up? Tell me now. Tell me now. I need to know. Oh crap. What did I do? There you go. No crash. Yeah, no crash. No crash. No crash. I think that would just be the worst thing in the world. Yeah. Okay. Realistically, how would this? Give me 1 second. We'll be social in 1 second. You know what? Actually, that wall could potentially come in just a bit more. Actually, this right here would probably make a decent hallway size.
You just have to remember to save often.
Man, it's like I'm playing Morrowind again. I'm always saving. Right here is the kitchen area. So realistically, ooh, we could have an arch, Danny. Like what Granny had at her house. I think she had an arch. Actually, no. Let's do that. But yeah, what you working on, my dude? Any game stuff? Anything you're working on? Anything you're about to release, actually? I actually got to... I can't really say play something that a subscriber made, because it wasn't a game. It was more... It didn't get to be a game, actually. It turned out to be more like an interactive movie. But it looks cool. And I'd like it to be a game. It just didn't get a chance to become a game just yet. I gotta ask him one of these days, when he's gonna actually finish it, because the premise was really cool. What did he say, Miss Danny? Tell me.
Various stuff, some audio dramas, some TTRPG stream shows, and other various stuff. I dabble in several mediums of art, mostly audio. That's the decibels.
that explains.
And writing.
That explains the comment early. Yeah. Like, somebody knows about audio. And gave me a specific number.
I guess, I was like, decibel's not exactly a fancy word, but giving you I think approximately this many decibels to me sounds like somebody who goes like, they listen a lot.
They know the audio. This is good. More of my people. So writing and audio stuff mostly. Ooh, if you'd like, if any of that stuff is public, let me know. I'd like to see it. Believe it or not, I actually do like watching other people's stuff. Don't think I come across that way, but I do. Okay, how does that look? I think it'll be an interesting arch. Yeah. Okay. And that goes in here, and then we can put like a.
Oh, you know what? I think that the arch is probably stuff. I recently released a One Piece podcast that's documenting my friend's journey through One Piece for the first time, called "Sailing All Blue" and "My Slice of Life: Fantasy Heartbeats of Heartwarming Fantasy." That's a Japanese. Is that a name for one thing? My Slice of Life: Fantasy Heartbeats of Heartwarming Fantasy.
Taking a screenshot. So I don't lose the comment. I don't forget, so I can actually see it. Gimme. All right, so let's see real fast. Wow, this house is actually a lot smaller than I anticipated it would be.
Favorite console, Mike?
Favorite console? Retro or modern?
I didn't say. Just I guess
okay. Well,
if you were on a desert island and there was one TV and you wanted one console airdrop to you, you had a power source.
Okay, I had everything I need. It would probably be. You would think I'd say PS1, but Majora's Mask is on the N64. Actually, no. Now the Majora's Mask is now on the Switch, which has updated graphics. Which you would think, oh, that's blasphemous. No, I've never played that version, so I'd want to play that version. So for the sake of playing that one game, the Switch, and access to that one game.
Well, this one person says, what about retro?
Retro, retro in general, it's PS1, actually. Despite, the fact that, Majora's Mask is on the, hell yeah. Yes. Yeah. But
it was just
it's one of my favorite game.
Commenting because I'm like, even though I've turned down my headphones and I still hear us at a delay, part of my brain still listens.
You don't have to. You're listening to the stream now. That job's pretty much over. That's unnecessary. I think we're pretty much to the point where everything works for the most part. I think we're good. We're good to go. So that part's done.
Well, I only have it on one ear, so I think it's the listening, hearing myself. I have to hear myself all the time.
We're not muting her. Switch has it now. Yes, it does. Right now I'm playing Earthbound, which I've never played before. So that's been really fun. But I'm wanting to get my hands on the N64 emulation.
What does that mean?
Luckily, my brother-in-law has access to it, so I'll probably just borrow it from him.
No, stuff that I need, I'll have to tell you later, because when I read personal stuff, I shouldn't really, and I laugh at it, and I'm like, we're streaming.
Yeah.
I can't help it.
I don't have to.
It seems like everybody wants to talk to me whenever I'm busy doing something else. And then now
You're
I'm going
a very
to have
popular person.
Now I'm going to have a new full-time job, and then so freaking.
Oh yeah, Danny got a new full-time job. So all's well now.
That's why I called it a good day stream, just because. Well, I still have to get the offer letter though. They're supposed to be coming to me today.
Wait, what did he say?
Hold on, I gotta. If you get the Nintendo 64 stuff, Sin and Punishment on the Switch is a fun game.
Sin and Punishment?
Sin and Punishment.
Give me a second. And screenshot. That sounds like that is just horribly loud, and I am sorry if that is. Sin and Punishment. What is this? I don't think I've heard of Sin and Punishment, which is...
I don't know.
He knows. You could tell me. Okay. How's that? That should work. I'll bother. All right, and where would the stairs be? I mean, this is actually a lot. It could, you know what? I could literally just make this bigger on the inside. And I think I will. I think I'll get the general shape, and then I'll make it bigger on the inside. Well, that's fine. He said congrats, by the by. I think she's taking care of real life stuff. Give her one moment.
I'm just getting distracted. Oh, thanks for the congrats. Luckily,
Yeah.
I was able to finally find a full-time job in IT back where I was.
Yep.
Jeez. I only learned because the Switch, it's on-rail shooter, similar to thing like to House of the Dead. Have you ever thought of working on a video game?
Yes. And
if you look on some of the older stuff where he's got his dev videos from back in the day where it was corporate entity.
that has not come to pass, unfortunately.
It's you still probably have the project file.
I have the project file, and more than likely it's going to be reworked into a different game because everything that's there is good. It's just the project was just way too big. Unfortunately. So I mean, if anything, right now we are talking about making something truly smaller. How long? I don't know. Puppet combo long. Something that's actually short instead of the long things that I consistently try making. And then life gets in the way. And then that doesn't happen. So we need something small. So we can, build up confidence. And then 5 or 10 games down the road, then these bigger projects can finally be worked on. Definitely Unity. IT.
Oh, that's the one person replying to me, and I was going I applied for a job as a technical assistant for a school district, and they didn't. They were like, we're going with somebody else, and that made me sad. But this is. This is something close to my prior job that I had. So luckily there's also a bit of web programming that goes with it as well. So because it's a growing company and somebody I used to work with moved to this company, and it was part of the reason why I got it. And he was telling me that the guy who interviewed me, basically going to be my new boss, it was excited because I had web design and programming history listed, oh yes, I know some web design and some web programming, even though that's not my major emphasis. That was something I studied in college as well, on top of everything else. So he's glad because that means he has somebody on the technical side that's not a dev, but because I won't be doing dev, I don't remember what the title is.
Amazing.
Technical project management in the IT something. In any case, if we go to the question for Mike, the game dev, Unreal or Unity, Unity.
If you like Unreal, more power to you. I'm glad you like it. And you know what? I hope it gives you the best experience ever.
And then Riley asked, or would it be Godot?
Thought about Godot, but I've been with Unity, been working with Unity for so long.
He wants me to help him with his next little game idea, and the game engine that I know the best is Unity. So if he really wants me to get back into the flow of Unity,
I do.
Or in the game dev, Unity is the way to go.
Yep. And I'm so familiar with it. There's no reason to really switch. I do want to try Godot one of these days, just like I've tried Unreal. And there are tools that I really like in Unreal. Unreal annoys me.
Looks like I'll have to get...
for instance, I can move files in and out of Unity insanely easy. I mean, I can open up a Blender file in Unity and it worked just fine. And moving things in and out, it's painless, it's seamless, it's amazing. With Unreal, I have not been able to do that. sometimes it crashes when I touch it. So no.
Yeah, because he's been doing other freelance work, and the team that he's doing art for. I think I could tell at least this much that you're doing art for. They use Unreal.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. That I can't
So
really
that's
give any
why he's
information
sort
about
of
what it
like,
is.
you know, if you use Unreal, great for you, but me and Unreal haven't
And
been
I
getting
love you.
along.
If you use Unreal, I love you. If you use Godot, I love you. Like, my opinion of a person does not change. In fact, I'm impressed because I'm having issues. I'm having issues
Mike.
with at least one of these things, and it's annoying.
Mike, I should get a.
Can
Oh,
haul it,
and
kid.
also, Riley, it's a work from home job as well, where I don't have to go into the office a lot,
Small ass
if for other than meetings. But it would be interesting if Mike got me a little placard with my name on it, and it says certified bad A tech. I'm sorry, I don't say certain words because it's just my choice, my preference. My preference. But it could be on a placard. We could put some asterisk. No,
I could. I probably will because I love you. Okay, once again, this doesn't have to be 100%, but I think the stairwell would be right here. Yeah, I'm having this mental internal struggle. Work from home, lucky. Yeah, yes.
yeah, that was
do.
one of my stipulations because we moved out of the big city into a smaller city
Big city
nearby,
sucks.
and I just hated having to go into the office every day. But that was, I mean, like when I applied for the school district, it was for in the little town. Grade A. There we go. But you know, I like being able to work from home. Apparently they'll be sending me some equipment. So
Oops. No.
the safer work alternative.
Huh?
Like I've said to everybody, you use what language you like. I don't know. It's just curse words just sound they don't feel good to me to say. They don't feel good on my tongue.
Except
so
when we're really stressed.
yeah, I have dropped some F-bombs when I got really stressed out, when I get really upset, and then I just feel bad afterwards. So but it's a good catharsis at the moment, and then I was like, I probably should not have said that.
Yeah.
Even though
It's a personal choice thing. Do what you want.
I mean, Mike knew that from day one that
I did.
It was the way I decided to talk, and he was the one dropping F-bombs all around me. But
This is
now
true,
you
still
can
do.
tell he probably well,
I try not to, but it happens.
you try not to.
It happens.
I'm pretty sure like
try not to.
people in our lives have probably been like, Mike curses a bit less. Yeah, spends a lot
Yeah,
of
that's
time
what-
around
that's
me
good.
that
Yeah,
doesn't
that's 'cause
really
of you.
curse at all.
You've been a bad influence or a good influence, depending on what you think. Let's go with 36. What do we do for fan?
What it's you do you, fam. Basically, being like,
Oh.
you choose the lane.
What?
That's
Yeah.
basically like
Oops.
people
I know
who
what it
use
means.
people use I remember, you know, probably 10 years ago when I was in college, and there was
How does this work?
a girl that I knew that actually used JK, LOL,
No, she
Lamau out loud, and I just thought that was
human being doesn't exist.
what is a puppet combo game? Well, somebody asked what your
Amazing.
favorite puppet combo game was, and
It's a good
Pro-
question.
was Murder House puppet combo, or was that the other one? I'm afraid I've gotten
a while.
like there's Chilla's Art and Puppet Combo, and there's probably some other ones because there've been a lot of those little indie things. Do we need to look up a puppet combo list?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Let's see.
Too
Puppet
long.
combo game list. I wonder if there's a list somewhere. Yeah, see, Murder House. There's Nun Massacre, Christmas Massacre. There's a puppet combo wiki. What the heck?
Yeah, I can't remember. I know you're asking, why can you not remember? That's a good question. Why can't I remember?
Published games. Oh, like Babysitter Bloodbath came out in
That was it.
2013. Ooh,
That was
that's
it.
well. There's also Power Drill Massacre. That was
It was either Power Drill or the
Night
Babysitter one.
Ripper. Let's see. Night Shift, Spiders, Feed Me Billy. That's the one about the hole in the floor.
That was a weird one. I liked that one.
Hey, I just thought it was funny when I heard all the I say internet speak out loud. It's always funny to me when words that I've only read on text they come out of somebody's mouth, and it's just like, the internet is manifest. We are all in the metaverse already, you know?
Why is this having issues? Come here. Okay.
I've never heard of the Samhain one. It's basically around Halloween. Not developed by Puppet Combo, only published.
Really?
Then there's Bloodwash, Night of the Clowns, The Enigma of Salazar House, Ski Freak, These Trees Are Spectral Fingers. I kind of like that title. That one's one of those. This is definitely an indie game title. Tonight It Follows and Search Party. These are not developed by Puppet Combo, only published. And then there's Lost Games, A Monster with Eyes of Ice, Canned, Splatter Camp, unknown. I guess they probably put a teaser out and nothing happened. There are books. Oh my god.
Really?
Yeah, apparently there are novelizations. The Babysitter Bloodbath young adult novel.
Oh, that's cool. That I didn't know. Man. I
This is
step away for just a few minutes and then entire slew of content comes out.
Oh, they have a future project game called Tenebra. Oh, I like this. Based on the preview gameplay footage shared by Puppet Combo on his social media, the
Yeah, you
gameplay
will.
similar
They're very
like
good.
the glass staircase and was also described as Silent Hill meets the gunslinger. The main character is carrying a rifle that he is supposed to use against hostile enemies. So far, there
I'm
are 2
surprised at that,
confirmed
too.
enemies in this game, an unknown cloaked creature and a large entity in an old diving suit nicknamed Wet Willie. That's why I had to read it. I'm sorry. I had to get to Wet Willie at the end.
Hey Riley, maybe that'll be a book too. I'm actually interested. What kind of books would these people write? Hopefully good ones, but I mean, still, it's like I'm actually taken aback at that.
So,
I would not
Tenebra,
expect
Tenebra means gloom or obscurity in Latin.
Really?
Yeah, so I'm guessing Tenebras. Anyways, let's see. Well, hold on. I'll go back. I just start clicking.
Let me see.
Do you know what's funny is I
go ahead
wonder
and
if I should
raise
link
this up.
you. What if I can find it? Diver key t-shirt. Let me see.
Now we're reaching my limitations. Internals. This will definitely be one of those things I'm going to have to test out a bit.
Now I'm like looking stuff up.
Because realistically,
Favorite PlayStation 1 game?
oh yeah, I know exactly which one that is. I don't even have to think about that one, man. Harry Potter and the Philosopher, Feast of the Sorcerer's Stone. That's the one.
I wonder if I don't think I can find. Wait.
And I know Harry Potter, and both Harry Potter games for the PS1, admittedly, are not that great when it comes to them being games, at all. But that's not why I like them. Because the thing that really drew me to them is they're very whimsical, like.
Grandia.
And yeah, it's Harry Potter too.
You
Why
know,
not?
one of those games, because I had a friend, she had a PS1. I didn't have a PS1 when I was growing up. We went from Nintendo 64 to PS2, and that's why I have such an insane love for the first Kingdom Hearts, because that was the first, like, when we got it, my cousin gave us his PS2 before he shipped out for the military. One of the 2 games that he gave us, one, it was Kingdom Hearts. And that was before we even had a memory card. And so I played the intro part over like several times until my mom bought us a memory card. So
What
in any
is
case,
going
talking
on?
about the PS1, there was a game I remember the title of, but I've never played, and it's called Jade Cocoon, that I had a friend that played it a whole bunch. Oh, my favorite game for PS1 would actually be Legend of Dragoon as well.
Really?
I really like it, and I
Not
never
playing that
actually
one, but I
finished
never
the story
finished it.
because the third disc started skipping right after one of the boss battles. I think I have it on my my PlayStation account, but
Whoa.
since we don't have a PS3 or newer.
Excuse me, I gotta drop off. I am having the weirdest time with stairs and floors. The concept of them seems to be just very strange to me. Okay, let's try that. Sheesh. Because realistically, I gotta figure out how in the world this is going to logistically work.
Your just brain has to work through the problems.
Yeah.
That's why you have me here, so I end up like chattering away while you're just like, let me try to figure this out.
Pretty much.
Spyro. I played some Spyro. Didn't really play a lot of Spyro or Crash Bandicoot and stuff like that because the one friend that I hung out with, she didn't really have the cutesy games. She had a lot of RPGs. I remember when not the same friend, but another one, she was showing off of her max level summons in Final Fantasy VIII. Like, look, I played this game a long time. Let me show you some of my summons.
That stairwell is just not going to work. Okay. I am running into issues. Why not? I don't. How about I don't really worry about
What do you wear?
Alright.
What about your stairwell?
stairs?
Like make actual stairs or just texture? I think you should just texture.
Well, it is going to be a texture, but actually the actual geometry of them. Because I think he's going to hit his head.
Oh, going up?
Yeah, going up. And and this incline.
You know, slope programming is definitely when you're dealing with slopes and programming sometimes.
I think I'm gonna have to mess with the slope. Hold on.
Can a custom model like your character be made a default mesh Shift A so that you can easily deploy where the cursor is instead of dragging your character around for size reference? A
What?
Blender wizard.
What?
Did you hear your brain, your deep in thought?
Deep in thought. What is
Question. Can a custom model like your character be made a default mesh, he says Shift A, so that you can easily deploy where the cursor is instead of dragging your character around?
I don't know. Not sure. But dragging it around, ironically, it kind of helps me think about its position.
True, you want to be able to like watch your character move up the stairs.
Yeah.
You might just have to extend.
I think this is right. This is the right height. It's like playing with toys.
Playing with toys. So you got your little figurine.
Yeah, jumping though is gonna be.
You know, we have that 3D printer that we've never tested, that we've never attached to anything, that we got, and then we put in a closet when we moved.
Shoot.
And it's just sitting in there. You could make yourself an Alderoth figurine, possibly. You'd have to like collapse them down to a closed mesh to make for sure.
Go away.
Have you played any Rayman games?
I've
only played the. Well, no, wait. I've played a couple. I'm gonna go watch. I've played a couple through my gamer tag.
I think I played
Xbox.
the first one.
Let me see.
Actually. How does it do that? No. What if instead? No, that would change everything.
I can give you guys Mike's gamer tag. No, I'm kidding. He probably wouldn't want that. He'd be like, all of a sudden I have like 50 friends on my Xbox account. I don't even really play Xbox.
Friends would be nice.
So let's see. I've played Rayman Legends and Rayman Origins.
That will handle that. Okay. You think mentally I'm finally haven't built houses in real life. Oops. You'd think that doing it in digital space would actually be easier. Let me make sure these proper. Yep. Okay. Okay. Now we're finally getting it done. Okay. Sheesh. And what is going on here? Oh, hello. Yeah, moment. I gotta fix something.
I almost want to show him that, like, I made
Make some adjustments.
that I made a shirt
You made a shirt. Oh yeah.
Yeah, remember?
We did that.
where I have a shirt that's available on Amazon.com. Nobody's bought it, but then it's just like,
Watch out, guys. She's shilling her stuff. Watch out.
oh hey, it's Dana Rogan. Almost missed the stream.
Hey, yeah, you're just in time.
I think we have just under an hour left. Because we unfortunately do have somewhere we have to leave and get to.
At some point in our life, yeah.
Some family. Well, technically we are at Mike's work. We're using Mike's work's internet.
I have multiple works.
Well, yeah, I know you have multiple. This is the one that pays you on a timely basis, not a contract basis.
It's true.
This is also not Fiverr that takes 20% out. I swear that's my least favorite thing about Fiverr is the amount of, okay, actually it's two things. I correct myself.
Oh yeah?
That it takes such a delay for it to clear.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like 2 weeks to clear almost. It's at least over a week. I'd have to actually go time it, but it feels like forever. Let's put it that way. When you have bills to pay. And then it takes 20% out of what you charge. Oh, Nintendo or Sega? This person wants to know all of your game preferences.
Nintendo or Sega?
Or Sega.
Mostly Nintendo.
Mostly Nintendo.
Yeah, I had a Sega Genesis as a kid.
I know we did. That's what we had for the longest time. Was like, I can tell you all the systems from when I was real little.
I get the feeling.
We had a. We had an Atari, and I think it was the one that nobody likes. It's like the 5200 or whatever.
Why did no one like that one?
Because it's the one that I guess didn't like really add on. It was just, hey, we have a new one. It's slightly. To me, it's kind of like going from one Xbox to another Xbox now. And then after the Atari, we got the Sega Genesis. And then after that, our neighbor, after her daughter grew out of it, we got a Super Nintendo. Then we bought an old rental Nintendo 64. Then we had Nintendo 64. It was a black one. I remember that. That was the first one. And then we had yellow. Then we had a yellow one as well. Like, we went through a couple. Like, I've got brothers. We went through game systems. They last.
But yeah, before the N64, I had the Sega Genesis.
We had multiple Sega Genesis. We had like the really big one at first, and then there came out with that like core one that was smaller. And that's when I had like Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles, and you stacked them together, and I like played the heck out of that. Force perspective nightmare. I mean, that's what Mike likes to work on: body horror and force perspective. I'm kidding. But I don't know. I'm sort of torn between like I like both. I don't know why it has to be in one or the other, Nintendo or Sega. Poor Sega.
Clearly superior. I don't know.
Poor Sega doesn't do consoles anymore, and they flounder with every single Sonic game release. And I remember I got kind of excited for Sonic Forces. That's why I like pre-ordered the deluxe edition, because I was just like, you know what? This doesn't look that bad.
I'm doing this mentally from reverse. That's why I'm having such
You're doing
issues.
it from reverse.
Yeah, mentally from reverse. I never do.
You know, with your bad UV stuff, it looks crazy on the inside. You go in there and it's just like
that's not helping.
Somebody's tripping something in there.
There, that will literally help. Oh gosh, that is way better. I could tell that the UVs are all facing the wrong way, but that doesn't matter right now. Yeah, thanks for bringing that up. Sheesh, that was a nightmare. That was actually very, like, that screws with you mentally. Look at this. Yeah, that really was weird.
Let's see. Google Dazzle Camouflage. You'll find some similarities. I'll Google that in a second. Let me see. Been dabbing in 3D modeling to do an animation project. I dabbled in 3D animation years ago, like 10, 11. That's how me and Mike met when we were both getting game art degrees. That was like, I have 2 degrees because I just over-studented myself.
Turn these the right way.
And now I'm still paying for it. That's why I have to have a full-time IT job. In any case.
Come here.
But yes, I did like 3D modeling and art years and years ago. I would basically send a link to Mike. He could show. I remember you liked my stuff.
I did.
You remember Phoebe and all that stuff.
Flip. There you go.
Wonder if.
Okay. I should just model from here. Okay. Let me bring up my walls right here, and then we'll move on to the second story. I'm just gonna leave it like this. Oh, there you go.
How do you feel about arcade games?
Fun. Danny and I play a few of them sometimes. Good to play with each other. On my own, though, personally, I'm not the biggest fan.
See, my dad.
Just on my own. I prefer to play with him with a person.
Arcade games.
Yeah, which I think.
Well, I'm
was
thinking.
their
I'm talking
point.
about old school arcade machines. I don't know if he's talking about that, but yeah, I know. I play a lot. Like when I do play games, well, half the time they're a bunch of. If I don't feel like, sitting down and doing a long scale play, like I recently for Psychonauts 2. I play a lot of really short stuff. But in any case, arcade machines, I like, my dad bowls, and he used to bowl a lot when I was younger, and sometimes I would end up going with him. And so the bowlers would give me a bunch of quarters, and I'd go play arcade machines. And I would play Bubble Bobble and all sorts of things, and I'd watch people get all spazzed out over the fighting machines or the racing machines, and I would just be like, I'd also only play so many of my quarters, and then I would get some donut sticks out of the snack machine, and then I'd pocket the rest of my like $2 in quarters I had left, and then save my money because at some point in time I wanted to get a Game Boy. Yeah, old school arcade games, and also. When we had to use the laundromat for a couple of years, I played a lot of Miss Pac-Man. Let's see. I've been down the train, just like hearing advice, insight from everyone. And this is my second Blender stream of the day.
I would recommend Blender. I use it, clearly.
All the tutorials, been slowly getting comfy with Blender. I am low-key frustrated with how slow I am with stuff. Practice. I keep comparing it with how fast I am able to work in DAWs. Hey, look, that's sort of your... If you've been working with something for a long time, you're going to be a lot faster with it than something that you're currently learning. And that's sort of my frustration point when it comes back to I am so out of practice.
Ah, crap. Wait. Did he mention DAW? Which one? Hold on.
In DAWs? Because this is the dude that does audio.
Yeah, I know. I can keep up
it's
with
Riley.
That. It's fine.
Keep.
Yeah, I know. But the question is, which one? What fan club are you in? I gotta know.
Yeah, Riley, what
And I'll
DAW?
judge you.
What
I'm kidding.
DAW
I'm not
is
going
your
to judge
favorite DAW?
I'm not going to judge.
DAW.
I have a few
Digital
guesses.
audio workplace.
Yep, more or less. Digital audio workstation.
Workstation. Workplace. Workstation.
Yeah.
You and your darn game stations.
My darn game station.
Your play cubes.
What?
Because PlayStation, GameCube. I'm mixing.
I'm just gonna cut this up. I hope my PSX renderer will render it correctly. I can always fix it if not. I'm going to make a guess.
Adobe Audition for DAW of choice. An old CS6 copy.
Really?
I wish I could get my CS5 Photoshop to work, but
Wait, Adobe has a DAW? Really? That I did not know. I didn't know.
You know, we pay, you know, out of all of the expenses, the one thing that we kept was your Adobe
Flip those around.
Adobe account. So
I didn't know they had a
we'll
DAW.
have to see. Yeah, you'll have to see if they have it.
That's cool. I was like guessing. Shoot, what's the one I hate again? Yeah, I hate it. Therefore, I don't even say it.
The one you hate.
Yeah, I don't care for it. It's fine. Shoot, it's the industry standard. I forgot. Whatever. I forgot what it's called. Come on, help me out. You know which one. I still have a copy of.
Taligari True Space. Need to practice in Blender more, as Mrs. MRG says.
Yeah. You'll get
Well, I
that.
mean, it's slightly less letters if they put Danny. Either way.
Danny. I like
But then, of
Mrs.
course,
MRG.
yeah, I know. Well, that's what I was like.
I like it.
That way, it already presets.
It's not Audacity. What's the name
Oh,
of
look,
that
they
stupid
like.
program?
If
Whatever.
you're thinking of a music DAW, I like FL Studio.
That's one of them. That's actually that's not the one I hate. Excuse me.
See,
no, that's
when
one
we
of the ones
first
that I would
started
assume
dating, that
people
was
would
one of
like.
my nice gifts to him. Was a copy of FL Studio.
Yeah. Here's a, well, until I remember the program that I don't like. My two DAWs of choice is Digital Performer and FL Studio.
There's the other one that they said Ableton.
Ableton, no, that's good.
Okay.
Ableton's fine. I like Ableton. No, it's what a lot of people that are using Reaper talk about this DAW. It was the first digital audio workspace ever invented. And I can't remember its stupid name. Why did you take control of my computer?
I just want. We show all your stuff all the time.
I've been hijacked, guys. Hold on.
You can tell I'm coming at a weird angle because I'm hen picking. Just like I'm leaning over you.
Okay.
Go to my.
This is it.
And then you want to go to. You want to pick Phoebe or Morphin?
I'm just gonna show you.
You're just gonna show my whole page. Oh.
Here's our entire page from years ago. There you go. Sorry, we're taking a quick sabbatical here.
I just only wanted you to show 3D stuff. Now they're gonna let's look at the whole profile.
Yeah. Well, there it is. I remember this. Yep. This is what we made. What she made in college.
Some of the stuff.
Some of it. Go away. Go away. And our sculpting. Oh wow. What was this in? What was this? Mudbox?
Which one?
The sculpt. I mean, you'll see it eventually. DeviantArt, yeah. GarageBand, the only other DAW I can.
It was probably
not
Mudbox.
GarageBand.
It was whichever software we used.
Yeah, it was Mudbox. Man, this takes me back. Can I go back? Danny, this site sucks. What's going on? Okay, well we can't go back apparently. Hold on. Give me a second. There we go. Yeah, I remember all this. Oh, those are the days. We may actually still have this project somewhere. But yeah, what is it? Hold on. DAW. This is really bugging me. What is it?
DeviantArt wants to block you all the time.
It does.
But
What
then
is
whatever.
it? Let me see. What is it? This is like no one's gonna care about this but me.
I
It's
also
really
have a
bothering
DeviantArt
me.
hire me. You know, I've had that DeviantArt since I was like
Not Reaper.
such
Reaper's
a
actually
long,
good.
long time ago. Actually, if they find out when those were posted, they can carbon date everything. But that's just where I ended up putting it because that's what I was using back in the day to put a portfolio up.
I can't.
But then I never decided to do a bunch of art. I remember our first post-school project that we were doing with another classmate who happened to be our roommate at the time as well.
Find it.
Well, that was before we all moved into the same house. And
oh, you know what?
that project never happened.
We're just going to say, never mind. I'll remember it later. I'll remember what I hate later. But it really sucked.
Longitudes. The history of DAW.
Yep. We spent a whole however many minutes that took on that. Now I'm just moving on. Oh my goodness. What is it? Danny, help me. Surely.
What?
Surely you know. I'm really interested in what doll you're talking. I am too. I don't remember what doll I'm talking about.
All right. You just keep working.
All right. Look. Go.
List of DAW.
Yes, list of DAWs. A very popular DAW.
Here we go. Most notable commercial DAWs.
Yes.
All right, I need that list. Ableton, Acid Pro, Adobe Audition, Audio Tool, Bitwig, Cakewalk, Cubase, Digital Performer, FL Studio, GarageBand, Logic Pro, Music Maker, Metasynth, Mixbus, Mixcraft, MooLab, Nuendo, Podium, Pro Tools, Reaper.
That's it! That's the bastard I hate!
All right, I'm waiting for the...
Pro Tools! Stupid. I hate it. Never works with anything. And the bastards that made it were like, oh my goodness, you know what? If you're going to use our hardware, you have to only use it with our software. You can't be used with anything else. And then that was proven to be a lie. Sorry. That's the one. That's the one. Name it to me again so I can hate it more.
Pro Tools?
That's it. I hate that thing so much. And now I'm going to forget it because it's not worth remembering. Pro Tools. No, they are not Pro Tools at all. And I think I just did something stupid. What did I do?
Did you peek out your microphone at the same time?
I pulled my body back, trying not to, but that
there you go. Pro Tools, yeah, garbage.
See?
Garbage, trash, pure trash.
Even he didn't want to remember.
I know people have been listing off a couple, and it was like, oh yeah, Pro Tools.
Everyone hates goodness. Everything, like literally everything that's there, you can get for free on Reaper, and it works better. I just don't use Reaper because, well, I've already paid for something, and I like it. Whatever.
Oh, do you want to talk about presents I've gotten you over time as well? And you should tell them that you were in HEMA, Historical European Martial Arts.
Yes.
And when I got my first IT job, I bought him these like nice fingered gauntlets.
Oh yeah.
And I remember how excited he was when they came in the mail.
And
just
I busted those things up.
Yeah, of course. they started falling apart because, you know, he was doing HEMA and he had all of his armor and his gambeson and all that stuff. And it was just, but I was like, you know what? You very much enjoyed having your armor. And I know that's one of those things that when we moved out, when we moved to where we are and we moved further away from the HEMA school.
Yeah, unfortunately.
That you haven't been able to do it.
No.
Although it was funny, when we were at the store last year and we ran into a dude with a shirt that had the patch and you were like, hey.
Yep.
And then you're like, how is everything?
Is everyone still alive?
Has he lost more teeth?
Yeah, my teacher, we called him Sir Jeff, had some teeth missing. Because, you know, whenever you're in HEMA, sometimes, you know, things get a bit rowdy and you get smacked up a bit, and apparently people lose teeth. Because, you know, pole axis to the face. I wouldn't even consider it a functional software. It was, okay, yeah, this guy knows. This guy knows, he knows.
You know, yeah. I guess from one audio person to another.
Yeah, pretty much.
So.
And some of these will have rooms, so... Realistically, yeah, that software really does not. It is not good. The heck? Okay. There we go. Blind now. But as far as everything else goes, yeah, FL and Digital Performer works pretty well. Digital Performer was actually the software that I used in audio school that I never
Pole
finished.
arms to the face. You know what's sad is I probably do still have that video saved in one of my externals where you took that to the face, it hits your helmet, and then you spin and drop. And everybody stops.
Of my life.
Everybody stops the skirmish, and they're like, "Mike, oh my gosh, Mike!" And it's like, everybody's running in. It's like you guys can beat each other with a bunch of heavy steel, but like somebody actually goes down. That's not just like, "Oh, you're wounded, play dead."
Yeah.
They saw that you actually like dropped because you blacked out.
Went limp.
You took a knock to the head, and I'm like coming over from over on the edge, and I'm like, I'm recording this because you're like, record a bunch of stuff because
yeah,
you were excited because it was like one of the few times I'd come to this stuff when it was that tournament. Of course, me working nights didn't exactly help very much.
Nah.
Trying to, where my mom is happy that it's going to be a daytime job now. Like, yeah, work day shift now, you weirdo.
It is weird. Why do you work weird hours, Danny?
Because just I'm a night owl, and I have to try really hard to be a day bird. What's the
day bird? Okay, that works.
Well, it's night owl, day bird, day swan.
That's better. I like that one.
That sounds like a weird name. Diswan.
Dishwan. If you want a name for your name for any of your characters, Dishwan will probably work very well. And if I can remember it, I'm going to use it myself. So there you go.
You know, I remember reading. If anybody knows of the Anita Blake series, I swear one of the books, they've got like werewolves, and then there's a book talking about like all the whole shape-shifting community, and there are people who are like were-swans.
Oh yeah, I remember you talking about this.
And I was just like, I hadn't really thought of like all the different animals shifting things, but how fragile it would be to be like, yes, see all these people, they turn into like jaguars, big beefy looking things. Meanwhile, I turn into a little swan thing. That would be like they talk about being a werewolf is a curse. Because I mean, yes, technically you become this ravenous creature that like kills, but like you could technically protect yourself. But then being a were-swan, what are you gonna be like?
It's one thing.
It'd be like
you have nothing.
That curse is actually a real full-on curse.
Oh man, how am I gonna get this done?
Sorry, we do this thing called like topic sliding. We just
It happens a lot. Don't worry about it.
That's technically how conversations will go because I'll come out. My brain will reach something somewhere deep in one crease. Something idea will get popped in my head, and I'll tell Mike about something that I remember.
While we're in the middle of a conversation too.
Yeah, it happens a lot. I remember way too much. I will have something that I saw once, and my brain will record it.
Bastard.
I don't think it's like photo memory. It's just sort of
Where are you?
it'll get absorbed, and I won't remember that I remember it until all of a sudden a random conversation reminds me. Okay, all of a sudden.
Almost there. This one thing.
All I can imagine is a human-sized, very angry Donald Duck. Where's Schwan?
Yes. Sounds about accurate.
I hate it. What was that? What? Howard the Duck. There you go. That Howard the Duck. If you look at the movie that came out, was it in the 90s or was it pre-90s?
Let me double check my stuff. I think it was 90s. It sounds like something that the 90s would produce.
Well, I think it's funny because I think it actually had a director that was at least like supposed to be a competent one.
Rooms.
And then there were like in some of the artwork, I can't tell if it was from the comics or from the movie. No, I think it was from the movie because they like end up going through a wall and there's like a lady duck in a tub and she's got like bird boobies hidden by bubbles, and it was just like that was a mental that was an image I didn't need in my brain. Yeah, because they're comic books character.
Okay, I think
he exists. They all cross exist across all of them.
I will break. Oh, okay, weird.
Heyo.
Who's
Frankie?
new?
Frankie FM.
Hey, Frankie.
He's on he's on FM radio, not AM.
Cool. So just so you're up to date, all right? Making a house, the interior. Some of us use DAWs, and the one that we hate is Danny. What was it called again? My mind refuses to remember it.
Pro Tools.
Pro Tools. It's a horrible bastard of a program that everyone should not use ever. And yeah, you're pretty much caught up. And this area will probably be big enough. Oh, and in case you're wondering why everything is blue and red, well, I found this nifty tool that I already told Riley earlier about. I'm just double checking to make sure that all my faces are actually facing the right direction. See, beforehand, I know this is going to be a repeat, but just bear with me. Beforehand, when I was checking if all my faces were facing in the right direction, I would go over here, turn on these norm facer thingies, and yes, it's clearly showing me, what direction everything's facing. However, if we go over to our character, for instance, and there are some faces that are so tightly packed, oops, wrong one. That's a habit. There you go. So tightly packed together that sometimes, well, maybe not this guy, that it can get a little confusing which direction everything is going. Now, in him, it really shouldn't be that bad, but we'll just pretend for a second. So, let's say, for example, I'm having issues with this face for some reason, even though I shouldn't, because, I don't know, another face is plopping through it. So, yeah, boom, and I can't find it, and maybe there are other ones, whatever. Like, I don't know what's going on. Well, I can just go over here and say face orientation, and it literally shows me. It's very fast, very easy, and I've been really excited about finding this tool because, oh my goodness, it is so helpful. I will share the good news about that all day long. In the meantime, though, let's get this roof set up. Now you're caught up. That was basically a tutorial without the actual animated video, but it will be one at one point as soon as I'm done with the current video I'm working on. Or if it takes too long, then I will make it a video. And it will be amazing with inside out monsters dying right in front of you and like, oh my goodness, why is this like that? Well, it's because clearly in Blender, which has absolutely nothing to do with what we're talking about, the UVs are facing wrong. And then Echo will say something along the line, what in the world does Blender have to do about it? And then our guy will be like, I don't know, but that helps you in Game World, and you know what? I don't worry, I figured out how to fix this guy, and then everything's fine. Something like that. It will be amazing. You will love it, or you will hate it. I'm not sure which one, but regardless of what opinion you have of it, it will be helpful. So help me God, it will be helpful. Otherwise, you will be going to the dungeon. Well, you will be playing nothing but N64 games, but all the bad ones. Hold on. Give me a second. Okay, there you go. I don't need you. I don't need you.
I think I understood something like subconsciously, only subconsciously, subliminally. Mike, since somebody mentioned that sometimes when you are doing your bits during your episodes, and you sort of you start talking in that tone where it's sort of a mumble sort of tone, you just should make that where there is a constant mumble track under whatever's happening, but it's like the white noise mumble track. But it's so soft that somebody would have to amplify it to try to see if they could understand what you're saying.
Because no one can hear it regardless.
But it would just be that would be a subliminal noise, and then if
I get you. I like the idea. Okay. Hold on. Let's make all this flat. We're having some shading issues. There you go. Oh, speaking of subliminal messaging, am I playing any of my music right now? No, yes, I'm still watching this. We've moved on to Sega music now.
Gotta start my end of day stuff to make sure all is in the green before I leave in an hour. Understand. I remember when I when I had to do my sign off. My least favorite part was when they were like, now we have a spreadsheet checklist that you have to turn in at the end of the day. And it was like, this is all because the lady on day shift doesn't do all of her stuff. So you want a checklist with my initials every day so you can make sure I do my job. All right.
We understand, my man.
Well, have a good day, Riley.
See you in a bit. Catch you later, man. Have a good one. Second. All right, let's see where we're at now. I think I can't see. There's too much stuff in the way. Hold on. You know what? You go away. You're in the way. There we go. That's better. Okay, now we should be good. There we go. Maybe if this person jumped, they'd hit the ceiling, but yes, we're fine now. And then we have ourselves a nice little cubby nook.
You know, since you were talking about blue and red, now I have blue double die stuck in my head. I can't help it.
You could help it. You just refuse to. Don't lie to me. Don't lie.
Yeah, that's probably got to be the least fun thing about watching tutorials for 3D work is looking at them on your phone.
Yeah.
Because, you know.
Well, for me, the most boring thing was, I don't know, they weren't interesting at the time.
Yeah.
But then again, I mean, not everyone is looking to be entertained by their tutorials.
Well, it also would be probably because you wanted the information you wanted, and then they would basically do the
go on.
Well, you guys don't probably know about the software, so let me tell you all the things that you might need to do before we get to what the question I'm supposed to answer.
Yeah.
That'll be about 8 minutes in because I have to make a 10-minute video.
Yeah. And realistically, by the time I'm looking at a tutorial, I'm usually pretty upset anyway. So it doesn't help. There are a lot of good tutorials out there. The problem is that usually when I'm watching them, I'm kind of upset. So I tend to not like them until like a few days after I'm done with them. Oh, that was a good tutorial. But it wasn't while I was watching it because I was upset. It's like, get to the point, please. And then
But yeah, still.
That's literally a personal problem.
But still, I don't think a lot of tutorials probably translate very well to phone screens.
No, not at all, unfortunately.
You can maybe get away with it on
Is that what you're watching this on?
Yeah, that's what Frankie says.
Oh.
That it's kind of confusing because it's only on a phone screen.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm like, understandable.
Well,
because that screen is only yay big. It's more fun watching.
On a big one, yeah.
Gameplay could be fine on a tiny screen.
I guess I could describe more about it, and that could be a little bit more helpful. So might as well.
It's also if he's a visual learner.
That's true. That's true. So yeah, well, let's go. Yeah, right now I hit 3, so I can.
Ian Hubert is my spirit animal. Delivers the tutorials information in under a minute. Refuse the elaborate because it isn't necessary. Leaves.
Ian Hubert.
Yeah.
Screenshot because I think I'm gonna need that.
Find out. Learn something new.
It's probably loud, and if it is, I'm sorry. All right, Danny. This is the kitchen, right in here, and this is the dining room, which is right over here.
Huh?
This is very important. Now, you have a few-second delay, so you have a few seconds to answer this question. What should it be, an arch door or not arch door? By the time you answer it, your answer is invalid.
Well, you'll have to give me we're on a 10-second.
Yeah. Luckily, I have to hide some things. All right. Yeah, I'm about to hide these faces right now, so.
Oh, ugh.
Hit H.
I'm watching you spin it around.
There you go. Arch door.
Well, what's the door going to?
It's kitchen.
The kitchen?
Yeah.
Well, the kitchen would be fine. You know what you could do?
No.
there was a house renovation show I was watching, and they had an entryway between the living room to the dining room, and the entryway was an arch, and it had columns set into each side, and they were like, we got to get rid of these ugly columns, and I was like, boy, oh, you get rid of the paint on those, and you put a new stain, like you polish it up, put a stain on it. That sounds pretty to me. I'm sorry, I've got a weird, like, old school style that I would live with, and I would have some built-in shelves around, like, near this, so we can do all wood, like wooden accents. Wood paneling, mostly ugly, so I don't want wood paneling, but I don't mind wood as accent.
Well, I would have to argue that there is an exception, and it's
what are you cooking there, killer whales?
It's a big kitchen. It's a big kitchen. It's a big kitchen, man.
Oh, look, we have another person asking, when are you going to make game?
That's a good question.
When you make game?
When it's made. No, really, hopefully, I want to get one out sooner rather than later.
You know, with some of your freelance work, you've been making art for other people's games.
That is true. So, I mean, if you're talking, strictly,
and also, that Elden Ring demake video. You should drop the link in chat so that you can have where people can look at your character models. He did the knight and the horse thing.
The knight, yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Well, isn't it? It's like a horse thing, either. Right? It has horns, so it's not really a horse. It's like a
goat horse
antelope.
Thing. I'll get back to your question real fast, more in depth. But yeah, we'll drop that.
Yeah,
actually,
corporate entity is his old game project. He still has it. He's just been focusing on all these other things. He's been further developing the world. That's what some of this stuff. There are different there are different realms or planes of reality. Or I'm afraid I only.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure people will forget about it at some point. But yeah, there are different planes of reality inside this one.
Well, I'm saying, like, corporate entity is not really dead. This is just sort of an expansion on it. That it's.
Yeah, it's still okay. Yes, it's still gonna happen. I think, and this is going back to. I can't read your name, brother.
Yes, just say. Oh my gosh, what is that? Is that?
Yes.
That's like Cyrillic, right?
Yes.
I'm sorry. I don't.
But a friend
we
over
don't
here
read.
Whose name
We don't read
I can't
it.
read.
So
don't worry about
no
it.
problem. If you have a nickname, you can tell us that you can write in.
Regardless, what was I gonna say?
What would it be?
I don't know. I forgot where I was at.
I don't remember either.
I was like, I need this name, but no. But we'll answer this question. But yeah, hopefully there'll be a game title out soon. What it will be, that's actually kind of a good question. I think that the closest comparison that I can give anyone right now of the direction of any game that's going to come out in the near future would be close in scope, and scope I mean size, really. And maybe game style, but mostly scope of a puppet combo game.
Yeah.
Mainly because I need.
Well, that's
we need
basically
that's
been Mike's problem. The corporate entity. He's
big.
Got such a big idea for it that the amount
of
work that he would have to do it would take a good amount of time.
So realistically, what can happen is I can make some smaller projects, and then take the scripts from that, and then recycle some of them. And also,
I mean, you already have a good character controller built in with your corporate entity, so you've got that.
For third person? Yeah, for third person.
Dana Rogan still says, I'll help you model stuff for corporate entity.
Good. If I get back to that, I actually will probably need help. Because corporate entity will be big. So...
would definitely buy a puppet combo style game from you. Hey, what's your budget? No, I'm kidding.
Oh, shush.
I'm kidding.
Shush.
I'm kidding.
Don't worry. Oh, yeah. The actual product that we're thinking about producing first version would be free.
Yeah,
actually.
I'm more programming savvy than he is, and even though now I've got a new full-time job,
It doesn't mean it's gonna suck.
That Well, no, I'm just
gonna
saying,
be
like,
good.
you
gotta
really
be.
want me to help you speed up the programming side
do.
so you can focus more on art and audio.
Mm-hmm.
But
My
I have to get
specialty.
back into Unity.
And which won't be that bad, guys.
That's why
this
he's
lady,
using Unity
she's,
and
like,
not
whenever,
Unreal.
It's funny whenever she says, "Oh, I have to do this, I have to do that." It's like, no, you don't have to do anything. Just get on the computer, you'll be fine. This lady learns programming languages in a day. I don't even. You learn programming languages in a day. Don't you dare lie.
That's because you've
Don't argue
heard
with me,
all
know.
my
I know you.
interviews, all the job interviews that I did over the phone. You've heard that XSLT story so many times. You're like, it's ingrained in my head now that you did a coding turnaround in like a week. I was like, it's 2 to 3 lines. That's all I added to the system that got pushed to production. But
Size.
well,
small.
no, like he said, what Gene meant was a puppet combo size game. Like they would be willing to get one.
Also,
from
I'm
you.
gonna write a note, and everyone, we need to use social pressure. So Danny will not forget this, because I might, because that's just me. And she ain't gonna forget this anyway, so it's kind of useless. Yes, we are cooking a whale in this kitchen.
All right.
There's gonna be pieces
You know,
of a whale. We need to
you
add
know what,
that.
You know what you need to do?
No,
Is
I don't.
we just need to have one of the decorations being that
Cooking a whale.
that well, I'm
Have
just
a note.
is it okay if I say grandpa?
Why?
Because just to be like grandpa
Oh,
used to be a fisherman, and one day he caught they killed a whale or a shark or something, so you have these big teeth up on the wall. That's why you don't have to have it.
Ooh, that would be cool.
That way you could still be cooking a whale or a shark, because maybe at one point in time he brought back, look what we caught. My
I'm gonna do some
budget,
world building stuff,
my
so
budget
yeah.
is $3 that a guy owes me for breaking my whiskey bottle. I'm donating the entire $3 to you. Enjoy the flavor of success.
Thank you. I do. That would be awesome. I so appreciate that.
That's like me learning about it's New Zealand, right? Crate Day, where you buy a crate of beer and drink it, and that's
I think
apparently a holiday in there or something. I don't know.
Just learn this. From a friend
We're
of mine.
learning. We're getting so we get to learn about all the different things across the world. I thought like tailgating was something strange, where it was like, we're going to go watch a football game, but we're going to go there 5 hours early and get drunk and eat a bunch of food, and then we'll enjoy the game after we're full of food and drunk.
Yes, that did happen. And
so
in case you guys don't know,
just goes like, oh yes,
so I'm
this
just going
happens
to assume
around
you
the
don't know,
entire world.
because I mean, I live here and I didn't know this.
What
tailgating is? In fact,
tailgating?
Danny will describe it to you, because I still don't think I know.
Well, tailgating is just this stuff that you do before a football game, where people get all together, they hang out, they grill. There are people who will
back
bring
of pickup
grill-
trucks. Very important.
Yeah, back of pickup trucks.
Okay.
We live in the southern U.S., so football games, back of trucks.
Okay, I think
We're doing a lot of grilling around here. Mike's gotten pretty good at it.
Have I? That's very nice.
Do you make a lot of burgers? Because my dad, one of his favorite foods is hamburgers, and so he's like, "Hey, Mike, you want to make some burgers?"
No. Okay, that's
I was
a
like,
lie.
"It's
I do.
all right, Dad. We'll have burgers today." Hey yo, I don't mind a good burger. Season it.
What am I doing?
We probably.
Hold on.
Well, we haven't done it outside in a while. We gotta get some new charcoal. But anyways, yeah, $3. Yeah, I was going to be like, depending on the size of it, 2 to 5, depending if we can get it on different marketplaces. Talking about the game stuff,
Yeah.
it wants what he wants, whatever his idea is going to be that he wants me to help get out.
We'll be talking about it more after this episode.
And but yeah, if anything, what the first idea was, hey, we'll get a short, limited version that would be like, I guess, a demo-esque, but maybe it'd still be, I would still say probably we would still have a full gameplay loop, full narrative loop, short narrative loop, and then doing an extended, maybe more complicated version that would be a couple of bucks,
Mm-hmm.
And that would be what we would try to do. Because, and then I told him, like, well,
What the heck?
I've never done anything that's combat oriented. Most of my stuff is when I would work on game projects back in the day for school, I liked doing, where we did the narrative bits, because a lot, even though a lot of my design also as well is arcadey style, because one of the projects that when we first got together, we were going to make something that was I guess you would call it like
I don't know what it was.
Remember, I called it Hero Break, where it was basically Block Breaker meets Hero Controller.
That. Wait, was that after we kind of somewhat got back in touch? We weren't together at that point.
No, we were together by that point. When you're talking about the other project that had the orphanage, that was our friend, that was his idea.
Friend Jose.
All right, well, Jose. Jose's idea was to do a haunted orphanage.
No one knows who Jose is. Jose knows who Jose is.
Well, he worked at a school. Well, it was like a troubled youth school or whatever, and it was based in these old red brick buildings. And so he was like, we can use the school I work at as reference for this game, and we can do a haunted orphanage school thing and blah, blah, blah.
That never happened.
But he wouldn't ever really do anything other than be like, well, here's some more pictures and reference. And so it was like, all right, well, I'm doing a little bit of programming. Mike's doing some art. What is Jose doing? And then...
Okay, I'm almost...
Where did you go, Frankie? I didn't notice you were gone, but that's sort of you're not sitting in the room. That would be the really weird way of doing streaming, is like you're sitting in a sort of metaverse thing where your audience is there, and you can see their little avatars pop in, pop out, pop in, pop out, and then you would just see them do that all the time. I'd be too distracted watching people go bloop 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 bloop.
All right, now we're finally ready for some unwrapping, or at least textures. Let's do textures.
But in any case, if I'm thinking.
I don't think we can relax now, actually. I think...
What is it Frankie Says Relax? Is that a band? Or is it Freddie? Frankie? I don't know. Now I want to look up.
We're not moving that today. All right, now we're finally moving on to making a texture.
Yeah, see? Frankie Says
and then
Relax.
We're going to use that texture.
Frankie Goes to Hollywood. Huh. Okay. Sorry.
Danny, what's the name? Excuse me.
Hollywood.
What are the names of those walls that I like? And then how do you spell that? Because now we're moving on to textures.
Let me see if I'm actually correct.
Basically,
I think I'm correct. Yes, wainscoting.
How do you spell that?
WAINSCOTING.
And that's through wall. Cool.
My brain...
Sorry. Crap.
Staring you directly into your soul while you work.
Oh, no.
Here's just a question for everybody watching. If you could chat, where are you from? You can put your continental or your country. You don't have to go, well, my address is...
Please don't do that. Never do that.
Because it's always interesting to me how many people we get from all over the place.
Slavic bar, no. Well, actually, I may need a whole new file, actually. All right. Well, no. I need textures. Hold on. And we plop it there. Slav.
Like it's pronounced Frank, but also Frankie.
Frankie. Yeah.
Portugal. Nice. I've noticed when I looked at Mike's analytics, there's apparently a lot of people from Brazil. Greek? Oh.
Ooh, yeah.
So that's not even Cyrillic, right? That's like... I'm sorry, I don't know the other alphabets. And Venezuela.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, there are 2 Portugals. And Italy.
Beautiful.
Well, I should look at my analytics again.
What in the world? Okay, sorry, I've been here too long. All right, let's make this wall. And also, I should probably have a physical example of this wall over here. Oh, wait, there it is. Wainscoting wall. Okay. So as a reference,
Look, I can find your.
hold on, let me bring it over. Let's see what we got here.
Go back. I want to get in the analytics. Thank you.
Wainscoting walls. Something nice. Something somewhat not too fancy, but like it could be potentially like something like this, only with actual wood panels.
All your Brazilian audience has dropped off. It used to be like 4%. It was crazy.
Wow.
I was just like, that's a lot for Brazil to me. But anyways, now it's down to 1.2.
I have disappointed
You
everyone.
disappointed the people from Brazil.
I'm sorry.
So let's
I'll
see.
live.
I'm just gonna do this just because now I'm in your analytics and this is always entertaining.
Something like this, but I think I'm gonna do like wood panels instead.
Look, Frank says, I had a dude that wanted to immigrate to Colombia. He got in a bus and ended up in Brazil.
Oh, wow.
Brazil is like a black hole. Look, you have...
Can't be any better or worse than California. That's what
I
we hate
don't
down
know.
here. I guess down here is actually
Look,
pretty
you're
accurate.
apparently no females watch. So if you're female and watching, the analytics say you don't exist. Majority of your audience is 25 to 34.
Makes sense.
Hey, everybody who puts in these analytics into your account, good job. You get
She's
some
also
people.
a numbers lady.
Yeah, well, I know. I just like looking at these. Let me see.
right.
Now all right, here we go. Back to the countries list. Yeah, apparently the US is taking a come to Brazil. This isn't a request.
No, I will never leave home. You will not make me. I cannot. I mean, I've left home now, but I'll never leave home ever.
Let's
ever.
see.
Especially when I actually
All right.
ever get to buy a
So
house. Never leaving it ever.
Your current analytics, where I'm gonna go, I'll go down the list at 20% is the U.S.
Is this
1.9% UK. 1.7% Russia, 1.2% Brazil. You know, they left.
okay.
That or they moved. Maybe they moved to let's see, you got 0.7% Canada,
Some sides over here.
0.6% Australia, 0.5% Germany, 0.4% for both France and Italy. So hey. Then Spain's point, and then everything else is 0.2 for a while. Spain, South Korea, Chile, Turkey, Argentina, Colombia, Netherlands, Poland, Serbia, and the Ukraine. Hey, they still have internet in the Ukraine. Kidding. Oh, sorry, not
What?
no. The Mike Tyson.
Not
Oh,
paying
poor
attention to you.
Mr. Lithsby Mike Tyson.
Hold on. We need more shadow over here.
Mama didn't raise no fool.
She did.
Even though that's Mr. T, but I was trying to do it with a lisp. It's
He's a snake now. Okay, that. I don't know how that one would look. So yeah, at the moment, just gonna make this texture real fast. This is pretty much my work, how I work on textures.
Mike, you have to expand your market to encompass the femoids. Start talking about makeup and the horoscope.
All right.
You know what? When I was
no.
in the
The what?
when I was in junior high, I did the numerology and the horoscope stuff. Let me see. I don't think Venezuela is even on like the list, like the geography list. It goes down Denmark and Czechia, whatever, the Czech Republic. I don't know what it's probably not called the Czech Republic anymore, but Czechia.
We'll stick with this for
I'm
now.
sorry. I am
Never
not
apologize.
European.
We don't apologize. Apologizing is for the weak, especially when you did nothing wrong.
I guess, Frank, you are the only person from Venezuela that is watching. You need to get more of your friends. Or you get more people to use You get more people to use a VPN and say they're from Venezuela.
That's an idea.
Everybody VPN. We'll make Venezuela number 3. All right, technically you could probably take over the UK. It's only 1.9%. Like it's, the US, apparently he has 20% audience in the US, but
Really?
most
I thought I had none.
I know when we do
did that
live
happen?
streams, we get everybody from everywhere else. It's
Actually,
like, hey,
everyone in the US is working right now.
yeah, everybody in the US is working right now.
So,
True.
I mean, that makes sense.
Oh, by the by, it's almost 2:30. It's 2:30 p.m. here. It's about time to leave.
All right,
So we'll have to wrap up soon.
I will finish setting up this thing.
But hey, going back to analytics real fast. Hey, if everybody that's here today decides to VPN and pick a country, you could possibly take over position number 2 on the chart. You just have to get over 2%. So just have all your friends, which it says that's according to viewership percentages.
Move up to top, doesn't it?
So if you get where you do significant number of views and be like, yeah, the Venezuelan army coming for you. Just everybody VPN from Venezuela.
Yes. But in the meantime, Danny, what shall we do to get the ladies on board? The question I have for you as a lady.
You talked about taking some of your music that you've made and make music videos.
Okay, but hold on. Let's stay on subject for 1 second. 1 second. I love you, but how do
to
we get
females on there? I'm saying music.
Oh.
I'm saying without going too far from your set list. And we could, maybe we'll record. I'll do some singing bits. I've already got I'm already voice acting, and you have that Lost in Ether song.
I do.
Let's make Venezuela great again. Hey,
we can do it, all of us together.
If you know what we could try to do if it's like when we live stream again, if Venezuela is on the analytics, we'll put a little Venezuela flag somewhere and be like, put it in one of your videos. Just put a little Venezuela flag. So if that happens,
I'm down.
So the next time we live stream, if Venezuela actually shows up on the list, I'll remind Mike to put a little Venezuela flag on there. We'll see if you guys can affect the analytics.
But in the meantime, let's test this wall.
Okay.
Well, we won't get the texture done, unfortunately, but we can at least see what this would kind of look like if I have the dimension, quote dimensions correct. So let's get that down. Hey, that thing of mine stopped working. Whatever. I don't need that. Oh, and to get a pixelated look, we're just gonna on our image texture, we change it from linear to a closest. A friend of mine showed me that. Danny.
Let me switch back to viewing.
No, my friend Danny. He showed me.
Oh, other Danny. Danny Arcadia.
Arcadia, indeed. He showed me.
You work with a Danielle.
I do.
And you have one of the fellow programmer game dev people online, Danny. So there's like both the names. They will eat all your arepas.
Oh gosh. So okay, for contrast, can the rest of you just be something else? Hold on.
What is it? What is a simple to easy to make Venezuelan dish that I could possibly make that wouldn't be too strange
or too complicated?
Well, that's why I said simple, and not with weird ingredients we might not have.
Okay, that size is pretty good. Okay, so now the next step would be to get this to actually look good. But as for size comparison, that would work.
It would be. We should start adding little animated things. Well, we should make arepas. I don't know why I'm saying it with an accent. I took Spanish in high school. It is the principal food here: breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You know, I'm gonna look and see what it is.
Screenshot.
Mike is like, I'll try it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like a biscuit, or
Come on.
It looks
Computer
too.
work.
Oh,
No, I
that
don't
one's
wanna make-
cute. That one's got avocados and all
Oop,
stuff
wrong
inside
button.
of it. Takes 20 minutes. It
I
says,
apologize if
according
the
to
asshole
all
is
recipes.
too loud. There you go.
Water, salt, white cornmeal, vegetable oil. It's like making tortillas, kind of.
Cool. All right. Well, looks like we're gonna have to leave soon. I'm sorry we couldn't get to actually, making proper textures, but at the very well, we'll get to that eventually. But yeah.
What should we put in it? That's like you can black beans, beef, plantains. Plantains like not a biscuit is like, well, a biscuit might be something different. I mean, like what if you're British?
I would
Biscuit
compare it
is
to
a
one.
cookie.
Yeah, I would compare it to one at least for weekly.
But they're like,
Let me
there's a spicy pork and avocado. That sounds pretty good. I just made pulled pork the other day. Internet explains it wrong. Hey, that's all good with me. You've got a handful of minutes because we do need to
got
go.
some time.
I'm watching the clock, but now I'm curious because that's so just
Okay, well, if I have time.
if you can tell me what should I make the arepas with. The spicy pork and avocado sounds like a nice.
I have some time, so I'm going to do this. Probably will leave it a 128 by 128 texture.
I mean, I know Mike will like it because he loves bread.
I do.
So anything that's just sort of like a nice carby, sort of because it's said cornmeal, white cornmeal. Here, what I'll do is I'll screenshot at least this. If he wants to, if he has an English reference recipe I can look at, then that's not a problem with me. But I'll use this one. I'll take a picture of this one so I can, when we go to the store, I can get some white cornmeal.
Here we go.
You need corn flour like harina pan. They make it in the U.S. The U.S. exports. Aha. Well, I'll have to see if it's.
That's
I'll have
good.
to see if it's in our area.
Hey, we're getting to do some texturing. This is good. Keep going, guys. Keep going.
Are you saying this? Keep me distracted with recipes.
Shh. You heard.
You know, Mike said that I should just go ahead and make a channel and do the let's cook. Since he would do the game stuff, and since I like trying new recipes, that
She should. We all need our hobbies.
Well, I was also thinking about.
But it won't be as entertaining as Kay's cooking, I'm afraid, because she does what she's doing.
You know.
But you could purposely.
You know that one year when you asked me what I wanted for my birthday, and I said, "Why not a sewing machine?" And then you were like, "Oh yes, womanly things," because you were making fun of me, and I was like, well, it just sounds like I haven't used a sewing machine since I was
You haven't.
little.
This is very.
Because
we
of
haven't used it
mom's
yet.
broken. Then you mix it with water, some salt, and then you roast it until it looks golden. Would you say then you open it up and fill it with what you want. The most common is some butter and a lot of cheese. Butter and cheese, of course.
Yeah.
So
That
basically,
works.
instead of making Mike some grilled cheese sandwiches, make him some, grill or grill roast, whatever. Cook it in a
Yes.
skillet. Make an arepa with some butter and cheese.
I like it. Let's go. Okay, and this white line is probably gonna be an issue, but I can scrape that out of the texture at some point. Let me just get these. Oh yeah. Shadows, highlights. This is how we make wood. Over time. So, I think I'm gonna have to get rid of these white lines slowly. Yeah, let's just do this.
I probably should make an email address and be like, hey, random people, send me recipes. If it sounds too crazy,
The YouTube.
I'm not
reference.
gonna mix together things that I don't think sound fundamentally like they're able to go together.
We'll start from scratch. Hold on.
What
I'm
you making?
listening.
Some sort of wall?
Yeah, I'm making like a wall pillar.
It would be more easy to explain if I was guiding through the process. I don't know if you'll roast it enough or too much or too little.
We'll follow a basic recipe. We should do pretty fine.
Hey, trial and error is part of the process.
It is.
It's
She's
like
usually pretty good at following.
my mom.
Even if she technically screws up the recipe, she usually does a really good job making it taste good.
My mom, a lot of her recipes that she has written down, it doesn't always have, like, some of the little things don't actually have measurements anymore, because it was just like, well, she was writing it down and she doesn't really even measure some things, like with her banana bread recipe. And so, she just puts bananas on there, and it was like, okay, but how many bananas? Well, this is how we're going to bring in the women. We got to talk about cooking. Okay? It's the chat is suddenly a culinary guide. Hey, bring in the females. Even though it's not really going to help us any right now.
Do we want them here?
Do you want them here?
Danny, do we want them?
Considering I spent most of my life as an outsider, and when I went to school, and I remember, because in our class, I was the only girl. And so they're bringing in these girls that want to go to the technical school. And then so they go like, oh my gosh, isn't it like weird being in classes with just a bunch of guys? Don't you feel like, worried? And I was like, I don't know. I grew up with brothers. This is
most
just
of these boys are losers. No, most of them are disappointed. I'm very disappointed.
Cooking in a repa right now.
There was one guy that I went to school with that wanted to eat my butt.
Oh, you're talking about E and his, in an apocalypse scenario, which of us would we want to eat first? Well, Mike has a nice round bottom, and that looks like it'd be tasty to roast. And it was just
very weird.
He's also the one that had a foot fetish and told me my feet were pretty. So, like, we both got weird comments from E.
We did. It was an all-around equal opportunity weirdo. That was not the weirdest thing someone's ever told me, though. I don't know.
I'm waiting. It just played the part where I said bottom.
Bottom. Bottom. Yes, Miss Danny, I believe this. Yeah, we'll probably just exclude the ladies.
Equal
it's
opportunity
fine.
weirdo.
Yeah, we'll probably just exclude the ladies at this point. Huh. Nobody cares about cooking, except when you're eating it. Then you care.
Well, Frank says he was making one right now because he was hungry,
and he gets to eat it. But for the rest of us, no.
Mike is like, please mail me one, make it fresh and mail it to me.
Please mail me one. It's like, okay. It's like, did you eat it? Yes, but it was rotten by then. It was a joke.
Derailing the chat. Hey, good job, good job.
You.
Anyways, can someone get good without the donut tutorials? The other guy's style is not my cup of tea. What does donut tutorials mean?
Send me a link real fast. Like, what do you mean a donut tutorial? Because now I'm kind of interested. Like, what in the world?
And what is the other guy's style? Is it just sort of the here's the tutorial? You don't know about donuts? Never ate one.
Oh, they are.
I like sour cream crullers, which is like it's a pretty tasty thing. I don't eat a ton of donuts either. I've never done the. Yeah, I don't know, but donut tutorials.
Oh wait. Oh no, I think I know what they're talking about. No, yeah. So it's a Blender tutorial where someone's making a donut. I think.
So
I
they're
think I've
making a
seen it.
Taurus.
Yeah. No, you don't.
Or something.
You can skip that realistically. You can take any and realistically.
The donut tutorial is usual starting point for Blender tutorials.
I have no. It wasn't mine. That's for sure.
Yeah,
No,
I don't remember being
like,
mine.
Realistically,
you know what software I learned before Blender? 3ds Max. So I never started with baby basic Blender tutorials.
Yeah. Honestly, what I would say is if there's something you want to make,
Blender guru Andrew Prince.
Yeah, I've seen his channel. I skipped that episode. No. Yeah, if there's something you specifically want to make, maybe like a character, find a tutorial that makes that and just follow along.
Oh, beginner tutorial. Oh well, that looks like he's making a high
high poly tutorial.
High poly donut.
Yeah, he's using.
Honestly, what I would say, beyond doing, if you don't mind being more open-ended with your learning, is just going in and just going through the basic different meshes and just sort of pulling and like figuring out the tool. Like you can get the tools explained to you, but just create something random versus having somebody like if you're planning on doing like HD movie renders, I guess that probably would be pretty good because he's probably going to tell you a lot more pipeline stuff. Hey, remember when we were those digital media design people and they would turbo smooth everything in 3ds Max?
Yeah, they would.
It was beautiful stuff. You get they look like Play-Doh people.
I mean, we did make fun of them. We were a bunch of butts. We were a classroom full of butts. That is true. But I'm pretty sure they could animate.
I'll make an Arepa 3D model to give you a reference to carry my Venezuelan culture.
And what was the latest one? Sorry, I'm doing this.
For example, I wanted to model spaceships, so I searched basic Blender tutorials and videos of people making spaceships in Blender. Yeah, that's how I learned.
That's pretty much what you do, realistically.
Because
I think that's the best way.
Because I don't know if like I don't know how that making a high poly donut really carries over. Because remember we did the Blenderella tutorial back in school?
Oh gosh.
And that was just this constantly
Tedious.
it was like a 6-hour tutorial and half of it was like sped up her tweaking vertices, and then she would do something else, and then she'd go tweak for a little bit and then do a little bit more. All right, we're going to do hair. All right, well, let me do something with this edge loop right here. So I probably still have that. Must be the best feeling imagining something you want to do and knowing what tools to use in Blender to model it. That's why I said look up something associated to what you want to make, not just I just sort of say fill out the software. I understand that maybe the sort of outside the box creative way of doing, you know, if you already have what you plan to do in there, like I said, if you're planning on doing video, like high def stuff, his stuff might help you out. But if you're into stuff like Mike is doing, sometimes it does take a little bit more creative leniency to make these type of 3D models because you have to collapse certain things. Certain details can become flat, you know. So I would say if you find a tutorial, I wish there was like a beginner person, low poly person tutorial.
I guess I could make that.
You guess you can make that? Hey, if you have an explicit question for Mike, I think I made a community post about the stream. If there's a question that maybe you think he can make a short video out of at some point in time, you can be like, "Hey Mike, this is the question I have," and then this is something I would like to see. You can put it on the community post because that'll make it easier to see versus or you can put it on the live stream. Either which one, I'll check them. I'll look for all the comments. I'll try to make, you know,
the notes.
make more notes.
Yeah, realistically, if we can get to questions that are like more specific to your needs.
Yeah,
especially
if there are people that if there are a couple of people that all confirm like, hey, you know what? I'm curious about that too. Why not?
Yeah.
And then, hey, I'll look around and I'll be like, well, 3 people kind of had a similar question, and then they kind of all commented on it, like, there were some thumbs up on this one. Maybe this is something that you might want to look in with one of your story tutorials, or maybe it could be a letter with Arbuthus.
It'd probably be better with a letters video because they're by design they're shorter. They're supposed to be, except for the one.
Look at this comment.
Yeah.
Well, thanks to Mike's tutorials, I made my unfinished Thomas Fitzgerald protagonist of my game model. So thanks, Mike. You cool, mate.
Oh, it actually.
You'll have
somebody.
to.
Yes.
You'll have to actually like link a picture because
Please do.
it would definitely be cool to see. That's probably like Mike's favorite thing is when people go like, "Hey,
it actually helped.
You helped me, and here's what I made." Because
I love seeing that stuff.
So
I see my stuff all the time.
You stare at your stuff almost every waking hour. What are you talking about? When you're not working elsewhere, when you're between freelance things, you're like, all right, I'm gonna work on my video again, and it's like, but Mike, we had errands we needed to run today.
Oh, crap.
How do we have to today? Yeah, we're running low on toilet paper. We need to go to the store.
But actually, we do need to leave soon. But yeah, okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it is almost 3. I was giving you until 3, and I was like, I know they're not going to be happy, but we've got like.
I got a board. I got a board done.
You got a board done. Well,
Yeah.
what we'll have to do is
what
what we'll do is Thursday's good for people. So, well, if Thursdays work for people, maybe what we'll try to do is go back to what we were doing last year briefly, was trying to do whichever day of the week we picked. Mm-hmm. Was it also Thursday?
I think so. And we're kind of in a place where we can probably do something like that.
Yeah. We were trying to resolve it by, Mike streaming from home, but I'm guessing
that did not work.
Living out in a small city, they still haven't updated our internet to like good streaming levels. Just keeping an eye on notifications. Yeah, what's all that YouTube stuff? Subscribe, hit the thumbs up, ring the bell.
All the extra stuff that I never tell people to do.
No, I just think it's funny because every time I hear like people try to spice it up, so they were like, smash that button. All right, yeah,
Don't
sure. People
smash it.
say smash.
Don't smash.
Smash or pass.
Just gently caress it.
But yeah. Calm. I'm just surprised how smooth Mike does this. I expend a week trying to make matching textures in Photoshop.
It just takes time.
Do you still have your animation videos up on your YouTube from the Nihilist?
Yeah.
If you notice, this is why he's so speedy. He did animations, and he painted
I'll
every frame. He painted every frame, so he can digital paint pretty darn quick now. So that's why I was saying, like, if you watch Mike and you're like, I wish I was that fast. This man spends so much time doing 3D modeling and digital painting that it's like, those 10,000 hours to master. He's got to be over half already. At least 5,000 to 6,000 hours put in already, if not more.
Where is it? Bastard. I'm not gonna play the audio, but as like a example, I'd like to kind of like drill in the point. The way that what she
does your stuff come up? No,
it does. Give it a second. It's gonna load it. So yeah, no one cares. A bit primitive back in the day, but okay, fine. Every single
go to your-
it was
go
all
to your
done frame by
channel.
frame.
And you go to playlist. Oh, I guess you don't have...
It's already up. You're like a few minutes behind. Don't worry about it. But yeah, all of it was done frame by frame.
Yeah, I know. I'm watching
And
the delay.
That's pretty much how you get fluent with literally anything. You're just doing it over and over again. Which is why I did everything frame by frame, to get faster at it. And that's pretty much all. That's pretty much what it takes to get familiar with anything, to get more consistent with everything. It just takes the time. And there's no short.
He still has
shortcut.
social life impressive.
Social life. What?
I'll be honest. I want to be like that guy when I grow up. Mike's social life mostly
consists of my computer.
Your friends are pretty much other people that do 3D. My brothers.
That's true.
And
anyone at the church.
And people at the church. So, in all honesty, if it depends on what you consider your social life. Do you think your life is full?
Actually, yeah, I don't require a lot of social.
So technically, it all depends on if you think social life has to be, beyond. But yes, Mike spends a lot of time doing the stuff.
A lot.
He will spend social time with people, but honestly, if we don't have anything else scheduled for a day, he's like, well, I'm going to do my 4 hours to 6 hours. And then sometimes he will be like, I want to get this done. I've got a really good flow going. So he's like, do a whole bunch on the stuff on the barn and the house in like a day or two. And it's just crazy sometimes because he works really fast. But
yeah, and that's literally just coming with.
So if you
using your tools often and just lots and lots of practice.
Yeah.
And it's whenever you have the chance, then you just do it. And literally take breaks. Don't be like, I'm a workaholic. And yeah, I do this for a living. So I get even more practice. But as a person that actually, does this stuff a lot for a living, take breaks because, oh my goodness, it's insanely easy to get burned out.
Yeah, and it's honestly sometimes it's just the process of creating, and even if what you make you don't think it turns out great, the practice that you associated with it will help speed you up in the speed things in the future. So.
In fact, a lot of the things that you get
10,000 hours to
helpful.
master something will definitely help you get faster and faster over time.
So.
So
if anyone's made stuff right now, or is about, if you've made anything right now, you're literally on the right track. You'll get there. And then you get to go, and then after a while you'll get to be like, oh yes, I can go on Fiverr and sell my skills, and then deal with Fiverr's stupid timer system.
Well, you're the one that when he first made his first gig, he was like, I will make you a model in a day.
Because I can.
Because I feel like I can do it in under 24 hours. And then you did like 2 of those.
I did.
And you were like, okay,
Playhouse, I think.
I'm tired. Oh yeah, if you didn't know.
That was the first one I did.
Yeah,
actually.
the first one you did was for the Moonbit dev, where he wanted you to make the main character for Mr. Hop's Playhouse 3. And then he was like, I can't do the one day. We got to make it at least 3.
Yeah.
So even though you could complete it technically in under 10 hours of work, or in a day's time,
doing that consistently sucks.
Modeling, unwrapping, texturing, rigging, animating, and you can do all that in a day. Amazingly, it's crazy.
It's a long day, though.
Yeah, it's a long day. So you don't.
Entire day.
Don't overwork, even if you're fast.
Yeah, because you get slower.
But yeah, if you didn't know about it, Mike's made some models for Mr. Hop's Playhouse 3. It's going to be in 3D this time.
This is good for me.
So Mike's done some models for that guy. So when that comes out, you can,
tell me how I did.
You can see some of Mike's stuff in a game. He's not making the game, but he's done some art for it. So.
And he was like, I hate it. You should die. It's like,
I know there was that one person being like, why in 3D?
Because it's the third game.
Yeah, that's
probably
like
why.
Jaws 3D. What is that?
Yeah.
What it is? In any case, all right, we gotta wrap up, Mike.
All right, guys. I'm sorry.
Because
I tried.
honestly, we shouldn't keep them waiting very much longer.
Okay.
We already told them we were going to be there after 3,
Kind of.
and it's going to take us between 20-30 minutes to get there.
Yep. All right, guys.
So, in any case, it was fun. I'll have to make arepas. And who knows? Maybe I'll have Mike take pictures and put it on put it up on the channel post.
We should.
And,
We should.
and we'll see how many people know what that reference is.
Yeah. And man, you guys have a fantastic day. We love you.
And don't forget to comment if you have questions of any future tutorials you would like to see.
We'll probably put them in an Arbit this episode, so theoretically they should be quick to make.
So,
Yeah.
all right,
okay.
guys. You have a good day. I know you're good day, morning, night, afternoon,
Whichever takes your
whatever
fancy.
time. Because everybody's from everywhere. Greek, Italy, Venezuela, and some Portugals. So,
All right, guys. See
all right,
ya.
guys.